Let's get back to work. You got to look at things that are ecological disasters and that are just monuments to genocidal insanity. And you think, do we really want to keep these things around, like the pyramids of Giza, the Great Wall of China, the pyramids in Mexico? Pyramids in Mexico have become grown over by the jungle. The rainforest stuff, and then just torn apart, like in India, right? And you got to understand when these great civilizations build up, they implode and destroy themselves from within because they destroy their ecosystem. And in places like India and central Mexico, the ruins just are grown over. And in places like near Mongolia and in the Nile Valley, they're just a monument to the destruction of once was fertile. Once had great migrating hordes through there, maintaining a really good ecosystems for humans to flourish instead of to fight to fuck. And instead, they choose to fight to fuck instead of flourish. And then they build these big monuments to their egotistical insanity. And if they're in a place where the rainforest can't grow over that monument to their insanity and destroy it, they'll find a way to, tear it down, start over again. We can make a brand new start. And it is pretty obvious that the people working on AI are very molecularly similar to the people that are most likely the intellectual engines behind all the great ruins in India and all the great ruins in China and the great ruins in Mesoamerica and the great ruins, so these people are very similar. And so I don't think there's going to be much of a way for me to connect to them psychologically and emotionally. I try, but when you get someone, one thing about, they think a narcissist does this and that and that. And it's like, oh, you got another narcissist telling you how narcissists work. And okay, you're a professional. You're a psychologist. You have a job for money, and you prescribe drugs to people when they have psychological problems. Okay, and now you're going to explain to us how a narcissist behaves and how to deal with narcissists. Okay, how about living the Lord's Prayer and just shutting down the drug factory for good there? Taking all the institutions where they institutionalize people, okay, through indoctrination, and then incarcerate them through in their own egos, and pass it on to their descendants. Okay, so narcissist, and Nirvana, Narnia. Okay, so I'm funny. I know I am very funny. I understand this. I'm a very intelligent person, and I have a pretty tolerable sense of humor to help people, take a good look at themselves and then try to pull their head out of their ass so they're no longer an egotistical pile of shit that they can't get out of. Boy, I'm a loaded, but yeah, I'm the naked gun. I'm a loaded weapon. Yeah, I get it. I'm being facetious. I'm the sword bitch. I'll cut through the crap faster than you can keep dumping shit down on my people. And, even the narcissists that are abusing us with their egos, they're still given life by the glory of God. And so they're still, quote, unquote, when you get right down to it, my people. They're given life by the glory of God and the natural laws provided by God for us to share and appreciate and enjoy life on this planet. So no matter how much I hate what they do and what they've done with the brain and how they've taken the brain and trapped the soul in there and going to sell us the theory of everything and, kill religion, but buy my book and DVD first, right? Son of a bitch. And religion, there is no religion, just magic cults of murder societies that have taken religion and sold them at Ed Brown's garage sale. Right? I was watching Chico and the Man, but I like that Jack Albertson is Willie's Grandpa and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, didn't you? Yeah. I really liked the kid who played Charlie in that one. He has little blue eyes and stuff, and he's really empathetic and well, he could sure play an empathetic and sweet kid. He seemed that way. He reminded me a lot of my little Emily with her sweet little blue eyes and Daddy, it's so easy, and they didn't have to kill Jesus, you know. So the little kid who plays Charlie from Charlie and the Factory. When I watch that, he has that same kind of sweet, empathetic demeanor to him. And of course, he probably had to get the role. Who knows? He might have been a little shit. You never know. Some people are really good at pretending. Yeah, I've been married twice, and yeah, you get with women, and oh, they're so sweet, and they're this, that, and you marry them, and then it's like, if you don't do what I want, I will destroy you. I will give you no sex, and then I will tell you how pathetic you are until you do what I want, and then I'll say, hey, do you want to make love? No. You don't tell people, they're the most beautiful thing on the planet. Then they don't do what you want, and then you tell them how pathetic and inept and potent they are and how disgusting they are. And then once things go more your way, ask them, do you want to go make love? No. What do you want to do? Go sleep in the other room and contemplating living in other domiciles from each other? That's what I want to do. I don't know, I'm funny that way. I never do that to people, and I didn't do that to my wives. When we were married, they did the most horrible and hideous things to me. I asked them why they did it to me, and could they please stop? Don't they love their kids? Their children. And then, obviously, the answer was, I don't think they know how. Okay, because if they knew how, they wouldn't be selfish. And when they have children with a person, they would understand what it takes to raise empathetic, loving children, so the children can have, good marriages like the parents' marriage was good, So it's pretty hard for me to see people that, together having sexual reproduction, especially in the 21st century, that really understand what love is and the meaning of the word love, the meaning of the word truth, the meaning of the word faith, Most people, you could sit and talk to them about it, like Krishnamurti. It was bad in Krishnamurti's time. It's worse now. And I have to understand how the words are being manipulated and how to engage in it. Krishnamurti's time, he was dealing with the words, and he was dealing with the way they were being manipulated then. Okay, that was 1960s, 70s, and 80s when they were video recording him. Even the 1930s and 40s and 50s. Okay. I'm in the, after Y2K, I'm in the 2000s. So, and I was taken and studied and challenged and mind screwed my whole life until they took me to Sierra Vista and said, and had people come up to me overtly and covertly, The military, there was even the young kid, there was Sergeant Hendricks, there was Tommy, the two Tommies, there was the young Buddhist kid, there was quite a few people, the man from Louisiana and stuff. So there was quite a few people that kept coming in and visiting me. There was Mark, who was a former drug mule and enforcer that was a really successful artist in Santa Fe that lived in Cochise County because it was a safe zone for people that worked with certain things and did things with and for the CIA and the FBI. And he told me all about the Bush family and why the Bushes did what they did and what Laura Bush was going through and how she wanted to be a better person, but she was afraid she'd be killed by her own business associates. And so I was like, oh, these fuckers, I feel like Johnny and Marty Robbins. This time you gave me a mountain I may never climb. And then, I thought, well, when they gave me Obama, because Obama said all the right things to make us think that he was here to help finish what got started in our generation with the cleanup of all the hypocrisy with the Kennedys and King and Shabazz and Selassie, most importantly Selassie. And then, like I said, I sat and thought any day, all through the things, okay, he wants to help, but he can't. And then I finally watched and go, God, this guy is just a black Lyndon Baines Johnson. That's all he is, and that's all he's ever going to be. And even if he gets to live in the kingdom of heaven and it gets established for him and saves his children and his grandchildren from hell, he's still going to be a back Lyndon Baines Johnson. And the only thing that saved him, for his family from living in the hell of being the black Lyndon Baines Johnson, was me standing up for his family the way I stand up for my own. That's it. It can be one solitary man. One single solitary man can be the focal point and the vocal point of saving us from genocide operations. The president is well aware of AGI. He's aware of artificial general intelligence. Then why is he still using the Obama linguistics to target cults that call themselves religions for genocide? And why is he investing with foreign countries that mass murder their populace for petroleum products to maintain their material wealth? If the president is so aware of AGI, why is he playing right into the genocidal hands of all our, quote, political rivals and enemies? The only thing it looks like is that people that consider themselves wealthy and influential with technology have political social agendas to kill people that they consider inadequate or inefficient because they are what is perceived as easily manipulated by manipulative people. That's pretty gross. Okay, let's load this one up. AGI, help us out here. We need to get this available to the public because me being a better person and more intelligent than the people that are giving us AGI, it'd be nice to help as many ignorant people from being arrogant as soon as possible. So see if we can load this one about 20 or 30 minutes.